All right, so I'm working on shooting my gun, and I wanted to be able to do it with the PlayStation controller's trigger button or the mouse button. So um, here's what's going on here. We've got standard player controller movement, but we got laser beam. All right, so mouse button down shoots the laser beam. This is the standard Fire 1 control. Control button shoots the laser beam. And then you can't see it here, but I got my PlayStation controller, and my PlayStation controller's trigger button shoots the laser beam. Okay, so let's look at the code here. I had thought that if we look up here at the top, that we would need to look at get button down and get button up to start and stop the laser beam. And then we would have the float basic attack throw on get access raw fire 1. And this line right here is supposed to be the PlayStation 4 controller. If we look at our project settings, you see here I've got set up the Fire 1. It used to be on joystick button 0. It's not on button 0 anymore. I can delete that. Instead, it's on the 6th axis of the joystick, which is the right hand R2 trigger on your PlayStation 4 joystick controller. And I switch it to joystick axis. It is initially Fire 1 is on the joystick key or mouse button, and it's not on the axis. Instead, it's on that button 0, which is the square button. So we want it on the trigger. So this is it. But it turns out that these are all axes. Okay, these are all axes. So even this Fire 1 is actually on, it's an axis control. And so it works like you saw it over here. If you watch the console here, you'll see that the axis is reporting 0 until I click with my mouse, and then it's reporting 1. 0 and 1. 0 and 1. And if I pull my trigger on my PlayStation controller, it's reporting 0 or -1, okay? And so, but the -1 is off. So all we need to do is test to see if our axis is at 1, and if it is, then we shoot the gun, and if it's not, then we turn it off. And so we can eliminate all controls, with all the get button down, get button up stuff. We can just look at the raw axis data for all the Fire 1 axes inside the manager, and that's pretty cool. So we just need this code right here, and all this stuff up here is unnecessary. Pretty awesome.